Denver! Down goes Denver! And Northeastern holds on! Just looking to enter the offensive zone cleanly. Northeastern not going to do it if they don't find the right skates. Ritzkovian has it. Past the red line. Now galloping to the offensive zone. He's on the left circle. Wins it on the forecheck. Shot! He scores! This is Northeastern hockey! Kings of Massachusetts! Back to even strength for both squads. Amin Hajibi enters the attacking zone with 1:02 remaining in this first period of play. It's in the right corner, back to the top, off the stick of Dylan Finlay. Pass just cannot connect for Northeastern at all. Behind the goal line, Hajibi trying to wrap it around, centering pass, Ritzkovian scores! Dylan Ritzkovian, the equalizer! And Northeastern ties it up with 48 seconds remaining in the first period. 1-1. Mathieu wins the draw. It's Borghese up on the point. Sends it over for Ritzkovian. He's on the left wing looking for that shooting lane. 5-on-3.5. One of the Minutemen without a stick. Connor sends it to the right wing. Lets it fly off the chest of Musa. Back up to the top. Borghese in the slot. Looking for that lane. Winds it. Drives. Score! Vinny Borghese. How do you do? A howitzer from the top of the zone. And Northeastern, a 2-0 lead. It's a neutral ice as BU resets in their defensive zone. Moving forward, Shabalova plays it over for Yoon. Huskies have an opportunity here. Breakaway chance. Karan, high slot, low slot. She lets it fly. Score! Eloise Karan, the equalizer. And Northeastern squares up at 1. On the right circle, sends a centering pass out of the reach of Jacob Mathieu. Hooking call coming up, and it looks like Northeastern back on the power play.
Yeah, and it's Galenik headed back to the box.
Well, Northeastern with 9 minutes, 1 second remaining, going on their fourth power play of the night. They started this period with 1:30 on the 5-on-4. 1 for 3. That power play goal came back in the first period off the stick of Mathieu. He's got points in 9 of his last 10 and presumably will take the offensive zone faceoff for Jerry Keefe's squad.
UMass collapses in a lot on their penalty kill, and in 5-on-5 you could see how they were doing the opposite of that, how they spread out so much. We've seen the theme here tonight.
Mathieu wins the draw. It's Borghese up on the point, sends it over for Ritzkovian. He's on the left wing looking for that shooting lane. 5-on-3.5. One of the Minutemen without a stick. Connor sends it to the right wing. Lets it fly off the chest of Musa. Back up to the top. Borghese in the slot. Looking for that lane. Winds it. Drives. Score! Vinny Borghese. How do you do? A howitzer from the top of the zone. And Northeastern, a 2-0 lead.
And Nick Van Tassel looks so disappointed at himself. He was the one who lost the stick on the other side of Rebel's cage, and he was right in front looking at Borghese, but he couldn't really do much without his stick. He couldn't poke the puck away, and Borghese had a clear line of sight.
2-0 Northeastern the lead, 8:32 remaining. Back to even skating here at Matthews Arena. Cosman enters the attacking zone, sends a shot in. Glove saved by Zacher. Some more extracurriculars after the whistle. But how about that power play for Northeastern? They score within the first seconds, and the Huskies playing with that pep in their step. They got all the momentum in the world.
And that's a big lead for the Huskies to take. There are 8 minutes left, which is a good amount of time still in hockey. I mean, you've seen more happen in less.
Jack Galanik will take a draw against Andy Moore. Defensive zone faceoff coming up for Northeastern. They drop the puck. Both players jumped early. It'll be Bo Cosman instead of Galanik. 8:23 remained. UMass wins the draw. Hanrahan sends it high and wide of the cage. Back on the left wing. Northeastern trying to clear the zone. They reset and now chip and chase here into the blue lines. Olvestad has it. Red line and deep. And wraps it around the boards to the far side. Back on the forecheck for UMass, but Northeastern takes it away. D to the near side. Olvestad walking the blue line. He sends a wrister wide left. Northeastern trying to clear the puck here. Sebastian gets it back to neutral ice. Andy Moore gets pushed down a couple times. Now he has it on the left wing. A one-man rush for Moore. Goal line extended to the near side. Drops it off for Hajibi. Top of the zone. D to the far side for Compton. Chip and chase right here for Mathieu. Dropping it off for Vinny Borghese, who just scored that goal. Now goals in 2 consecutive games. Back up to the top. Compton weaving forward for the slot. Borghese scanning forward. Drops it off the stick of Ritzkovian. Hajibi trying to get that one-timer for Compton just out of his reach, and it's goal line extended to the far side. 7:10 remaining in this third period. A 2-0 Northeastern lead as UMass enters the offensive zone. They'll change a couple skaters here. Back on the forecheck for the Minutemen. Match you. Red line and deep. Enters the offensive zone. Chip and chase as Northeastern will change lines. It's Keenan who collects the puck behind his own netminder. Nice walks his own blue line, now wraps it around the boards, entering the offensive zone. Goal line extended to the far side, now back into the neutral zone, almost intercepted by Ritzkovian who blows the tire, but that back check skates away for UMass. Zimmerman chips it back into the offensive zone, now goal line extended to the far side. 6:24 remaining in this final period of play. A 2-0 Northeastern lead as Nye sends a good stretch pass right there. Has Van Tassel on a 1-on-0 momentarily. Puck didn't go all the way through. Bukakusa has the rebound, now back into the offensive zone for Connor. Connor on the right wing, has it on the forecheck, drops it off for Martino. 6:03 remaining in this final period of play from historic Matthews Arena as Martino lets it go off of his stick. Now back on a neutral ice, Borghese skating for it and drops it off for May. Intercepted by Van Tassel, and now he's got a stretch pass for Lieberman, who falls down. Delayed penalty coming up here, and UMass scores! It's Dunn, who cuts the lead in half, and just like that, UMass within one. Offensive zone draw, won by Nostrazzo. He plays it to the top for Del Elche. Left wing, a two-play catch. They go D to the far side, this time for Yeshko. 5-on-4, whiffed on a shot. Northeastern trying to get a breakaway if they can, but that forecheck keeps it in for UMass. Huskies clear the zone right here. They send it all the way down the length of the ice. Really good start to this kill. Rabel vacates the net, drops it off for Del Elche. Northeastern going back into their defensive zone. 88% success rate on the penalty kill this season, but UMass, power against power at that 27% clip on 5-on-4. Del Elche on the near point. D to the far side, Yeshko. Walking the blue line to the top of the zone, Del Elche weaving forward. One-timer, nice block. Eli Sebastian didn't even go anywhere. Goal line extended to the far side. The forecheck relentless for the Minutemen, and Del Elche has it on the top of the zone, left wing. Galonic centering pass off the stick of Musa. Puck back into the neutral zone, so everybody going to have to clear. Del Elche now back into the offensive zone with 56 seconds remaining on this power play for UMass. A 1-0 Huskies lead with just under 8:50 remaining in the first period. We got a whistle right here.
It looks like it's going to be another penalty here. We may get some, high sticking call there on Austin May. Not sure what the officials saw there. I mean, it didn't look like to be a major high stick, but now not only does Northeastern have to kill off they have to kill off two penalties now. 52 seconds of incoming 5-on-3 for UMass. So this could be a really major turning point in this period, Max. I mean, UMass has been looking for those opportunities. Northeastern's penalty kill started off strong, but we'll see if they can really hold up in this 5-on-3 sequence. 52 seconds of 5-on-3, then a minute and 8 more of 5-on-4.
Left circle faceoff won by Mikey D'Angelo. 5-on-3 for the next 48 seconds. Van Tassel has it in the slot. Northeastern with their backs against the wall, and Zacker's return after 3 games away from injury. They go D to the near side, this time for Strazel. Nice one-timer blast and a blocker save from Zacher. A really good job to start off this 5-on-3.
Yeah, really nice save from Lawton Zacher. I mean, Keenan had a really nice shooting lane after some quick passes behind the cage to try to catch the Northeastern penalty kill off guard, but Lawton Zacher had a clear sight line of that, and he just said, nope, not today, and neutralized Keenan's attempt.
Jacob Mathieu and Jack Galonic on the left circle. Defensive zone draw won by Northeastern, and Borghese immediately clears the puck.
That's exactly what you want to see out of this Northeastern 5-on-3.
27 seconds remaining on the two-man disadvantage for Northeastern. Of course, then it'll go to 5-on-4. Musa sends it over for Strazel entering the offensive zone. Yeshko has it on the right wing. Back to the top. Del Elche looking for a shooting lane. Centering pass blocked away by Borghese. Now he clears the zone once again.
Really nice work in front of the crease of Zacher to make something happen there.
Northeastern switch skaters. Borghese, the only guy who's still on the ice. Galonic on the left circle. Back behind the goal line, Musa. One-timer, nice save by Lawton Zacher. Covers it up. More chit-chat after the whistle.
I mean, Max, you've been saying it that really Lawton Zacher is the cornerstone of this PK. And how good does Northeastern have to feel knowing that their goalie has been so solid in the cage behind him?
52 seconds of 5-on-3. Now he's got about 65 more seconds. Down one man, 5-on-4 once again. Defensive zone draw for Northeastern. It'll be Galonic and Eli Sebastian. 7:48 remaining in the first period. A 1-0 Huskies lead after the Machu goal. Back to the top of the zone for UMass. They win the draw. De Elche looking for a shooting lane. Northeastern with relentless pressure. Walking the blue line. Back over to the right side for Yeshko. De Elche lets it fly with the wrister. Blocked by his own teammate Van Tassel. Tied up behind the goal line near side. Northeastern killing crucial time right here. 39 seconds remaining on the disadvantage. And Yeshko has it on the far boards. Back to the top. Near side. Here's Galanic. Centered pass for Nostrasso. Another save by Zacher on the right pad. Now he gloves it down. This guy's unbelievable.
I mean, Lawton Zacher, not only has he done a really good job of making the initial save, but he has not let those rebounds get too far out in front of him. Everything's been controllable. He's been able to corral any opportunity that may be placed in front of him. I mean, you can see that was a really short angle shot right in front of him. Takes it at face value, wears it off his chest, and immediately gloves it down. He's been so cool, calm, and collected in net for Northeastern today. They've really got to be comfortable playing in front of a guy like Zacher.
29 seconds remaining on the UMass power play. And Northeastern wins the defensive zone draw. Andy Moore chips it in to the attacking zone. No Husky will go after it. 18 seconds remaining. This penalty kill for Northeastern on the verge of overcoming a really big challenge. They had that 5-on-3 for 52 seconds. It's back into the defensive zone. Finlay has it, goal line extended. That forecheck for UMass, not even going to try as they switch skaters. That will expire the penalty kill, and Northeastern once again just unbelievable.